Okay, let's talk about printing estimates in a little more detail. I'm talking about estimates that you want to give to your customers and potential customers. So there is a print button on the lower right, just to the right of your estimate projects grid. Um, and you may notice in some cases it's grayed out and doesn't work, that print button, and that's because you don't have taxes and markups assigned. You have to, on the preferences screen, you have to assign markups and tax rates to an estimate. And if you have no tax or tax exempt, you need to enter zero tax rate and assign that. And the markup, if you want no markup, for example, you need to assign a zero markup, create a zero item in the markup grid and assign a zero markup item. Otherwise you can't print these estimates. So let's go to the print screen. I'll touch the print button. You get a rough preview when you first do that. First of all, you can, let's talk about the logo. If you touch the logo button, and if you've stored a logo, a JPEG image of a logo or PNG image of a logo in your camera roll or iPad, what's called a camera roll, which is a collection of photos on your iPad, you just touch it and do that just once, and now it remembers that. And so when you touch the preview button, it just takes that image of your logo, your JPEG image or your PNG image, and sizes it in the upper right corner. And you can print that if you have any kind of printer that's been enabled for air printing, which Apple calls air printing. There's certain printers that work with air printing, and others you can buy a server adapter, inexpensive server that will make any printer an air printer. So you can print from an iPad, actually. You probably know that, but if you want to print it, actually you have to buy the Pro feature to actually print the paper. But you can email a printer or print out even without buying the Pro feature. Just touch the email button. So the same thing again is emailed, and it emails to the email address in your customer screen. It's assigned to that customer. Go back to the print button. One thing to be aware of is you can change the font size. So if you want it more readable, or you want to put more text on the screen, make it smaller, make it bigger with this on the lower left. Also, you can, by touching that, you can put text, in addition to the text it generates automatically, you can type in text. You want to add a personal comment or any note to the screen, just type in a note, any kind of text, and it'll put that. So if I touch the preview button, it'll put that in there. And you notice the details of the estimate are put in automatically. If you want to see less detail in the estimate printout, you go to Define Fields, and then the estimate printout, the right-hand column under Printing. You can take some of the detail out. For example, took out location here. Preview it. So now I've got somewhat less detail. I can take all the detail out. In fact, if I turn all the columns in the Define Fields to not, then there won't be any detail, and just to be the totals. And you notice under the bottom is terms. That comes from your My Company terms screen. So that's just boilerplate text. You can say anything you want, any kind of standard text you want to include in every estimate. That comes out of My Company. So also on a particular printout, you may have an image again, that's in your camera roll or your image file in the iPad. If you want to include that, you just select it here. I only have one image for this test, but if I load an image, it centers it in the middle of the screen, below the heading and above your details. Um, that's only a per estimate, so next time you have to, another estimate will not have that until you load it. So that's pretty much printing, pretty straightforward.